Hey Mustangs, I'm Jess Pike.
And I'm Brinica Thrash here with your broadcast for the week of October 3rd, 2022.
This school year marks 100 years of Portage Central.
Let's pass it over to Lexi to hear more about our centennial.
Hey Mustangs, Lexi Stringman here with your school news for this week. As you may know, this is Portage Central's centennial year. You all know a lot can change in that many years. I had the opportunity to speak with some of our very own teachers about what cultural changes they've seen throughout their years at Portage Central.
So when I go back a little further than my teaching career, when I went to school here, there were no honors classes.
When I first started teaching, we had a 6-period day. So we started at 8. We ended at 2:43. I remember that. And it made it hard because we had students who couldn't take electives.
Well, when I started here, we used to keep track of attendance and grades in a book, and they would put a little slip of paper on the door for the attendance.
I love what community service does for the people in our community and how it changes the students themselves. So I hope that we keep that and find a way to sort of grow it with mission and purpose.
I hope that our students, as we keep going, continue to build a strong sense of community.
It will continue to be a fabulous school with great students and an amazing staff.
I can't wait to see how much the school changes in the next few years. Back to Bryn and Jess in the studio.
Thanks, Lexi. Portage Central has a lot of history, including our rivalry with Portage Northern.
Although we all know the better school, let's hand it over to Karsten to hear some of our teachers' takes.
Hey Mustangs, it's Central versus Northern week. Throughout the years, the rivalry has provided no shortage of memorable moments. So this week, we decided to ask our Portage Central alumni some of their favorite moments from rivalry week.
In 2004, we played Northern during the regular season and lost. But then we played them for the first time in the playoffs, which was the first time ever Portage Central, Portage Northern in the playoffs against each other. And I remember just before halftime, we were down, I believe, 14-7 or 10-7. We ended up scoring a touchdown right before halftime. And Eric Schoolmaster caught the ball going up the visitor sideline. Everybody went crazy on our side. We ended up winning the game, I think 21-10 or 21-17, something like that.
I graduated in 1988, and all the years that I was in high school, our football team was not great, and we never won. But my senior year, we won. And my favorite memory was driving in the bus on the way back and cheering all down Westnedge that we had beat Portage Central.
I started teaching here 19 years ago, coached for a couple of years JV at Portage Central, but then took over the varsity position at Northern. And so I distinctly remember one year I had PC's number 1 and number 2 singles player in my Algebra 1 class. And then I had to coach against them when we had our Portage Northern, Portage Central match.
Those sure are some great memories. Back to you, Jess and Brinica.
Thanks, Karsten, and good luck, Mustangs.
Since the football team has been a big topic of conversation this week, let's take a closer look at its members.
Let's hand it over to Ben for a sports preview for this week.
Hey Mustangs, Ben Sunday here to give you your athletics update for the week of October 3rd. We have a lot going on in fall sports this week, starting with girls volleyball at home tonight versus Otsego at 6:30. Tomorrow, boys soccer is a SMAC invite at home at 6:30 p.m. also, and girls swim is at home versus Loy Norix. On Wednesday, cross country has a SMAC West Jamboree at West Middle School at 5 p.m. And on Thursday, boys water polo is away at East Kentwood at 6 p.m. Soccer also has a SMAC tournament at home at 6:30 to stay. Lastly, varsity football is on the road at Portage Northern this Friday at 7 p.m. Go out and support your Mustangs this week. Now let's head it back over to Owen for a closer look at the newest member of our football team.
Thanks, Ben. Hey Mustangs, Omu Shashik here for your athletic story for this week. Today we'll be covering Alicia Austin, one of our few female football players to play here at PC.
With just over 53 years of Mustang football, Alicia is one of a couple females to ever play for the team at a varsity level. Mustangs football is very excited for her to join them.
Let's talk to Alicia about her senior season with Mustang football.
It's been fun. The team's been really welcoming towards a girl. I'm definitely looking forward to a winning season. I've been playing for a few years, but my other school, I would say the bond is closer just because I've gotten to know those players a little bit better.
Sounds like you are enjoying yourself here, and we can't wait to see what you do this year on the field, Alicia. Come support the Mustangs as they take on Portage Northern this Friday at Husky Stadium. That's all for me this week. Back to Bryn and Jess in the studio.
Thanks, Owen. This school year, many new opportunities have been opening up to our students.
A great way to get involved is through our many clubs and activities.
Let's pass it over to Aaron to hear about the club DECA.
Hey Mustangs, my name's Aaron Brandstrom here to fill you in on activities this week. Portage Central has so many amazing clubs to offer, but let's focus on the DECA Club this week. DECA Club is all about enhancing the education of co-curricular students interested in marketing, management, and entrepreneurship. Let's hear from Olivia Eby all about DECA.
Okay, so the DECA Club it's called a business club, that's what it's classified as, but really you can make it whatever you want it to be. You can merge so many of your interests into what you are doing with the DECA Club. So basically what you're doing is you're creating a project to present at like a business setting. Our first competition for most of our projects is going to be in Detroit. And then if you make it past that, it's going to be in Orlando. So you meet people from, all around the world, from so many different areas, and you get to just enjoy yourself, really.
Well, that sure seems like a club that I'd be interested in, and if you're interested, then make sure to meet with them next Thursday in room 1132, or contact Olivia Eby at olivia.eby@portageps.org. Well, that's all from me. Back to Bryn and Jess in the studio.
Thanks, Aaron. Oh my gosh, time to be real.
The Pseudo social media app has been taking over PC.
Let's hand it over to Sloan to hear more about the trends at our school right now.
Hey Mustangs, it's Sloan with your pop culture news. This week we are bringing back Horseshoe Reviews. With Olivia Wilde's new psychological thriller Don't Worry Darling, starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, the viral app Be Real, and the new City Barbecue restaurant open on West Nedge. We got some Mustang opinions to find out. Are they worth it?
I rate Don't Worry Darling probably 4 out of 5 because it was kind of confusing and it left us on a cliffhanger.
Rate it 5 out of 5 horseshoes because it's absolutely amazing with like the setting and how like it's in the desert and the lighting. I just think it's overall a great movie.
I would rate Be Real 2 out of 5 horseshoes. I would rate it 3 out of 5 horseshoes because it's just boring.
I would rate City Barbecue 2 out of 5 actually because it was really overhyped.
I would rate it a 5 out of 5, honestly. I think it's so juicy. It's good. The flavor's immaculate. It's smoked in hickory wood. It's just fire. I mean, come try.
Awesome reviews, Mustangs. We'll definitely need to check those out. Back to Jess and Brenica in the studio.
Horseshoe review 5 out of 5 for Harry Styles' performance in Don't Worry Darling.
Oh, of course. Well, that's all for this week's Mustangs.
I'm Brenica Pratt.
And I'm Jess Pike.
Signing off.